19 starting position in 66X before he's Protege, and on the outside, War Eagles, Jack Speedshot in the 08 will start 20. Next up on the grid of the 4J from Pittsburgh, Vermont, and it's just
30 laps. 30, not 50. I'm sorry, guys.
23rd starting position, now will be the 26th of Derek Jr. on the outside of him, and I can't go back. The driver for 23 is Mike Stacy. Next up on the grid in the 54 machine out of St. Paul, Plattsburgh, Quebec, it is Evan Racine. And on board the 09, Connor Cleveland out of Corinth, New York. Diego Val will start in spot number 27. Jerry Wall will kick off in spot number 28. And in the final row on the grid, the 88 New York, that is Jake Branham from Plattsburgh. And in the 66, it is Jason Bruno. Once again, it bears repeating. Bucko Branham did not have a backup car. He has given up his primary machine. Bucko not racing, so Connor Cleveland can race. Cleveland in the 20, renumbered 09.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, a field of 602 power about to make their way down the front straightaway. The front machine to go left to the top side. Takes him a 5 to get to number 2 spot. They work their way down the back stretch to the first side. Into number 3 and 4 they go. The 38 going to make his way down off the corner. He will easily lead lap number 1. I think he's as Connor Cleveland goes around in front. Dingle Fountain trying to get out of the way here in the infield as well. Evan Racine also involved with that talking on one lap in to this portion featuring that. A caution flag out early. Did not catch that as that happened deep in the field. We were watching the leaders.
He's in like 19th.
At the 09 of Connor Cleveland going around. Again, Connor is driving.
He ain't gonna win it.
Bucko Branham's primary car. They did not have the backup car with them. Cleveland certainly right in the thick of the points chase, and again, I think that speaks volumes to the character. Bucko Branham is a guy that would go to help anybody in this division. He is one of the best competitors we've ever had in the racing existence of this speedway. An outstanding competitor, but it really speaks to the type of guy that he is as well as he turns the wheel of the after-hours imaging machine over to Connor Cleveland in the 09. It is, and you know, a lot of people, of course, if you've been watching the Chris Frennier Motorsports 2 to Go show, a lot of people have said one of their favorite drivers is Bucko Branham. The one they like to race against is one of the reasons why you see Buckos and stuff like this. And, you know, again, a great gesture from the 20 team tonight to let the 09 behind the wheel of that car here for this feature event. So the officials go to work on the restart lineup, one lap in. The 358 feature event, green to checkers run. There was not one caution period for the Eaglefield Ford Dirt Car 358 modified. And we're one lap in with our first yellow flag. And one thing that I think we spotted right off the bat, with just one lap to notice, and Mike Finney starting out front. He is perhaps the man to beat tonight. He was very fast in his qualifier. He was very good last week as well on board the number 38 machine. And Finney was flying on that opening lap. He had pulled away very quickly. He had about a 15 car length advantage at the end of the first lap on Jason McClatchy. Well, that's one thing with last week too, Rob. We talked about a number of guys between Pearson, Travis Brunel, Connor Cleveland when he was up there, and Chase Hecor trying to jockey for the race lead. Mike Finney stayed in the 4th and 5th spot almost the entire race and had a very fast race car under his belt, and he's showing it tonight. And again, by virtue of
31 cars.
He's up toward the front of the field. And
31 cars. There was like 30.
Talked about deja vu a little bit earlier tonight. I don't know if you remember last year. We had double
31 cars right now. Some got spun out.
It was Finney and McClatchy up in the front. The two guys that won that night. Just Finney. There's your top two. There they are again. Jeffrey LaPalme in the 88. JB Bigor in the 19. Bigor disappointed by the way things have gone in the first two events of the season. And he is certainly in a good position to turn things around here in week number 3. He looked good at his qualifier, won his qualifier from one of 5 qualifiers that we had earlier tonight for this division. As 40 sportsman teams signed in the garage area this evening. Bigor did, Rob, and you know, we don't want to talk too much about the bad luck for Bigor, but it really extends 3 races all the way back to when he entered into Can-Am, part of the Dirt Car Series earlier in the season. He had some bad luck that night in the feature event as well. So a really tough start for the 19 team, and he's really trying to turn it around.
The thing that blue was aluminum, now it's steel.
So again, the officials have worked on resetting the proper running order.
It's steel. It's
not I believe it's the 09 of Connor Cleveland right now. 3 wide is not going to work. Cleveland, if he was the cause of the caution flag, should fall to the rear of the field. And again, race director Dennis Folkman is in communication with the drivers out on track as we run another lap under yellow. So it is Finney and McClatchy in the front row, LaPalme and Bigor in row 2. Tanner Forbes did a fine job in his qualifier, which he almost won. That young man, a local high school student at Osceola Valley Central School, is running in the 5th position. And he's done an excellent job through the first 3 weeks of the season. And Mike Palmer, the 85P, the racing veteran out of Salisbury, Vermont, makes the trip up to Airborne on Saturday.
Thank you.
And it is Dylan Rapstoy, talking about another young driver out of Squanton, Vermont, the raised eyes and tubing 22. Cody Alvin, line warehouse number 7, will restart on the outside of round number 4. He is 8. We got a car stopped on the inside of turn number 3. This is 88 of Jake Branham. Jake Branham's 88X is parked on the inside of the racetrack, and that's going to lead to another lap under yellow.
I can't find Chris. Oh, I see him.
Lonnie Rivers,
I don't know if you guys can
9th
see
on the
him, but I
grid for this restart in the R7. Then it is Devin Willis in the 21W. He will restart from the outside of row number 5. Points leader coming into this race for the Poiriers True Value Sportsman Modified. Connor Cleveland has a 4-point advantage over Plattsburgh.
My camera's showing me so dirty.
Adam Pearson out of East Corinth, Vermont is the 3rd place point man in the driver number 15 machine. He is 8 points out of the top spot. Cleveland, the 2017 Sportsman Track Champion, the 09, towards the back of the pack, of course, after bringing out that last caution. And Nick Haywood, who is the defending track champion, he is running mid-pack with handicap kicking in this evening. He is going to have to put on a hard charge and a really excellent drive to make his way towards the front. He's got Adam Pearson right close by. He's the 3rd place point man. As those cars are back in the middle of the field. Word is Jake Branham, something breaking on the Jake Branham machine, so they will get the hook over to attend to the 88.
Just hook it to the front.
You gotta pick it up on the outside.
How the fuck is it right down there?
Stuck in here. Stuck in here, you gotta pick the outside up.
Of course, people gotta have problems with their car because they don't have
Why did it make sense?
Not talking about Chris. Chris right here. Still caution flag.
The field will take another lap under yellow.
There's the 66 machine that's been beating the heck tonight. Guys, like, that car spun out like 5 times tonight. And then he got rammed in the side earlier.
Just stop the car.
Fuel leak.
So Jake
I don't think you should ram
Branham
the
going to be coming off the
whatever.
hook. It's up great for the 88X machine. First time out competition was last week.
One car earlier, but it wasn't Sportsman. It was another division or
They
something.
can't start through one.
And
2 features complete
his
to this
car
point.
just randomly got up the hill and started smoking and then caught on fire.
And we have
They
one
got that
extra name
out
from the
quick.
Mother's Day raffle. Denise Radtoy. Denise Radtoy.
They're doing 30
All
laps
right.
tonight for
Thanks.
some reason.
As well. Way to go, Denise.
Their first lap.
So the 88X
They started off
Jake Branham is on the
35
hook, braking in
cars.
the rear end, so he'll need to tow back to the garage
And there's
area.
already like 28 now. Like 7 cars. 7 cars been gone.
Lined up over in the staging area, the Ernie's Discount Tool
you
Super
look
Stocks next up on track.
Oh, I'm so cold
So
now.
I have a feature event as well for the Novice Sportsman Division.
Happy
And they will
green
wrap
is-
up our racing action tonight. Good field of Novice Sportsman teams here tonight, Mike. About 14 signed into the Airborne garage area.
The tow truck is super
And
slow.
our
So,
math was off a little bit because we always end up leaving the pit gate where the drivers sign in for competition. We always leave about, maybe an hour before the races begin so that we can get our notes organized and head over towards the announce tower, our current location. And after we left, I think about 4 more cars signed in, so that brings our total for the night up to about 106 total machines that were here for competition this evening. listening. Certainly appreciate all those drivers and teams that are competing at Plattsburgh Airborne Speedways. Especially want to thank
Green
all of
flag,
our
green
fans.
flag, green
Well,
flag.
2 or 3 weeks we have not had. We've been lucky in that we haven't had rain, but we have not had really nice, pleasant temperatures. And we appreciate our fans dealing with some of the winds and the temperatures that are in the low 50s. Week number 1, temperatures that were in the 40s, dealing with some pretty difficult conditions. But our fans at Airborne are certainly resilient. We have great fans here at the Big A, and we thank them for all of their support. And hope they'll join us throughout the season. The racing's been great, and we look forward to more now from our sports division. They are set to go again. The green flag is back out. Once again, as the final mile through the corner, you go ahead and go running outside, get the ball down the back of the way, working with the number 3 and 4. He's on the about the outside right along. It's speed shot. Whoa, Jack, speed shot. Up on the outside. Look at him go. Pumping up in the water. Speed shot. Players over that straightaway. Already into the top 10. Speed shot just passed 8 cars in 1 lap. And I'm not talking about 8 cars that are outside. And there's not many people go up there. He'll continue to work his way down to the turn number 3 and 4. Actually, maybe more than only 2 spots out of the top 5. We'll see if his car is hooked. And the other question is, Mike Finney, where will he want to restart? He's been running that inside line. Typically, we'll often see drivers go to the outside for the restart. I would expect we'll see Finney go to the inside line for this restart. And Jeffrey LaPrade, clearly with his best run to date, he has been running in that second spot. But everybody keeping an eye on the 08 of Jack Speedshock. I got a stat for you, Rob.
An 11-year-old
number
now.
off the top of your head. How many cars Jack Speedshock has passed in feature event racing
really?
so far this weekend? Well, I know that Jack Speedshock started
11-year-old,
20th
yes.
on this grid.
What?
And he is now sitting in the third spot.
A
That
kid?
is 17 cars
He's
tonight.
11.
And last
I thought
night you
the kid
told me he
driving a
started
race
somewhere
car.
like 30th. Correct. He made it to
I'm going
fifth.
to be at
That's
the end of the
correct.
year.
So 42
Oh my God.
cars
You would
so far
not.
passed by the 08
Yeah,
this
I am.
weekend. And again,
doing four
they're not
Four of
back
them.
markers. He's passing. He's passing the field.
What's that?
Speedshock is trying to make up for
Those
missed
annoying cars
time.
that sound like machine guns.
He missed the first couple of weeks here
Yeah.
at the Plattsburgh
That's what I'm
Airborne Speedway because
Don't you
he
guys
mentioned
know
he
how
was
far?
still in college down at
He's buying
Auburn
me an
University
S10.
in the state of Alabama. He graduated last Saturday from Auburn. Plans to be a regular here at Plattsburgh Airborne
Hey,
Speedway.
what do you want to do,
One good
Rob?
thing for Jack at Volta,
I don't even
down at
know.
Albany, Saratoga, with the rainouts, he is certainly
Something.
he's right in the thick of things point-wise. He would not have been
Race.
had things started on time were it not
What's
for the
that
weather,
gonna
of
do?
course, down at Albany, Saratoga Speedway. Speedshock would be several weeks behind the rest of the field point-wise, but with all the
Hey,
rain, he's
bro,
right
what
there.
the-
And the interesting thing, did he miss it? No, they haven't run. No, last night they have not run the feet. They have not run all the qualifying heat races in the sportsman either. So I could be wrong, and if I am, it wouldn't be the first time. I think he can back around to the back of that last heat race, technically. Well, try to get into the field. Well, the Donnelly Construction 08, we'll see how this plays out down the stretch, but he has hustled his way to the front of the field. Now, Rob, I don't want to say, he's missed, in theory, he's missed a race and a half, because everybody got 30 points last week, right? A part of the dirt car race. Right. The way the parity is in this division, he can get into the top 5 almost every week. He's not out of it here. All right, let's set the field for you. Mike Finney has led every lap, and boy, has he been cooking out front. His lead was, at one point, just about a full backstretch over Jeffrey LaPalme in the 88 out of Orange Gardien, Quebec. In the third spot now, Speedshock. And again, he started 20th on the grid on the outside of row number 10. And he has hustled his way to the front. Jack hails from Malta. Running in the fourth position, Jamie Begor in the number 19. He's been in the top 5 since the drop of the green flag in the Gliosa Wine and Spirits entry. Travis Bruno is another guy, though, that is moving towards the front, Mike. He's got the 33R up into position number 5. Mike Plummer running in 6th in the 85P.
Together?
Running in the 7th spot.
I don't see no
That is
kid.
Lonnie Rivers in the R7. The 15 for Adam Pearson would be 8th on the grid. 9th is Moise Paget in the ICM Enterprises entry, the number 66X machine. And rounding out the top 10 is Tanner Forbes in the 29T. 11th would be Nick Haywood in the number 29. Running in 12th, it is the 22 of Dylan Raptoy.
Why is
13th
your
is
dad
Chris
in
Frennier in the
third place now?
93. As the red flag is going to come out as they try to separate the 21W of Devin Willis and the 26 machine of Derek McGrew Jr. Derek McGrew Jr. out of Ballston Spa, New York. 11-year-old driver who has certainly acclimated himself very well in the sportsman ranks. And Devin Willis has been running strong, the driver from Chateauguay in the St. Lawrence Radiology 21W.
And the tires
The
are
red
I
flag is
just have
out
to
as
park all the way in
they
the back.
try to separate those two machines. Willis in the 21W and McGrew Jr. in the 21 and the 26, I should say. Willis is the 10th place point man coming into this race,
Yeah, sure.
and Derek McGrew Jr. 18th in the current
Are we
point
allowed?
standing. Robbie's
Yeah.
down on track, and he has gone to the fast man on the speedway, and that is Jack Speedshock. You'll get a word with the Donnelly Construction 08, the driver from Malta, Robbie.
Hi, we've got Jack Speedshock here. First weekend back in the North Country for Jack. Well, you're one guy that's been on the move up on top of the racetrack. Talk about the track right now and how you're making it work up on top.
Hey, don't tell anybody there's light
They're
off the
getting
back
ready
of
to
the
start.
house, but
Last night at Albany Saratoga Speedway, you drove from deep in the field all the way up to fifth. I think
Stinks a little bad.
30th to fifth or 20th to fifth. Talk about how things have gone over the course of the last 2 days. Jumping right back to the race car after being in school.
You messing around? Are you using your fuel, or are you just like?
Oh, because
Yeah.
lots of rampant gas.
Ask him if he's toying with him.
What?
Say, are you toying with him?
No.
You guys have to stay behind the white line. No, you don't. Yeah, you do. Only when the cars are moving.
I'm listening.
Are you toying with him?
I think he's saying no.
He can't hear you. He has earbuds in. No, he has one out and one in.
Stinks really bad down here.
Yeah, we better go back before we get to 26. I don't know where Sarah is. I just went running from her. Show it at that. Show the thing at. Show it.
He's looking right now.
Show what? Show it out. Show the phone. Like videotape.
Why?
Just do it.
I got the recorder.
Let's go. Do it.
Fine, hold on.
No, you should walk out and do the whole thing of the cars.
Like all of them?
Yeah, start with
Doing it right now. What you ask?
You're right, I better know the manager. 38 is Mike Kenny.
Alright, here we go.
Mike has built up a sizable advantage
Mom!
with a Valley View Firewood 38. The driver from Willsboro has been very fast, and he built up a full backstretch lead over Jeffrey LaPlante, the driver from Quebec in the 88 machine. He has his best run going right now, sitting in that second spot. With Jack Speedshot running in
Well, I
third.
didn't get off the cars, everybody.
PG is sitting in the fourth spot. That's Tammy Decor. Top five is Travis Bruce.
Cars. All the cars stink down
The
there.
garage area that are coming back out on track now. 26, Derek McGrew Jr. They went in to check that machine after the damage. He comes to see if there was any damage after he got hooked with Devin Wallace in the 21W. He comes back out on track at speed and waiting for Willis to return as well. He is on the entrance ramp and he will make his way back out on the racetrack.
Till I can't.
If you
So the
squeeze
field
yours,
to rack and
you're
race back as Rob mentioned, Willis going to make his way back out onto the racing surface. Connor Cleveland right now, current point leader, sitting in the 18th
Can you do
position.
this? Roll it up in the ball.
On board the 09 machine, renumbered. Of course, the after-hours imaging, typically number 20 machine, typically driven by Bunko Branham. The
Inside Chris.
machine tonight with the 09 on it after Cleveland had damage in his qualifier. And he is running 18th. Remember, he brought out a caution flag after lap number 1. He's gone from the back of the pack to the 18th position. We're talking about the fast overs right now. Obviously, Speedshot from 20th to 3rd already so far in the feature event. Travis Bruno starts 12 on the grid. He's already up into the top 5. Adam Pearson, who currently sits 8th on the grid, started back in 15th. So a lot of guys getting up towards the front of the field early. Moise Pagier also started 19th, and he's sitting in spot number 9. So, got a credit to his run as well. For someone who's not here too often. That's a bad sign, Mike. A record for a record. Oh boy. One of our records getting the tow in the garage area. Needs some work this week.
Our tow trucks are towing each other.
I told you that. I told you that. Yeah, you told me with that 88. I told you it could happen.
All right, so we are ready to rock and roll again in this
Green light!
Warriors 2 value sportsman. And he marshals wait for him. He's got the Glen Green flag in hand. And it's going to be Mike Finney and Jeffrey LaPalm. Speed shock in the 08. He will be down low on the inside line now for this restart. We'll see if he can hook to that bumper, back bumper of the 38 machine of Finney. As they are set to go again with 12 laps complete. Field's going to work its way down into the Lake City fire zone. We'll see what Mike Finney has if he can keep it going. Hey, speed shock has one round of bottom. No question about that as they dive off the corner. Rewind out the corner. Keep on the rewind out. Here's the way it looks like. Speed shock now going to not put it up on the outside. Right rear tire going down on Aubin number 7. You can see the right rear tire looked like it was getting soft. He's going to stay out on track, perhaps not sensing that. But you can check it out, Mike, next time he comes around. It looks like the right rear might have been going down. All right, now you're Mike Finney. What are you going to do now? Well, the guy next to you on the restart loves the outside. You going to take that away from him? The guy, the speed shock just demonstrated how good he was down low too. But here's the thing. Mike Finney so far out front. It is even off of that last restart. And yeah, I look at that. It is going down a little bit on the 7 machine. Mike Finney might not really, it's very possible Finney does not realize how good Speed Shock's been up on the top side. He may give him the top here. Because Finney's had a fast car the whole way, regardless, absolutely. And sometimes, and Kenny Tremont taught me this one day.
Kenny Tremont.
You as a very young kid, sometimes when you're leading, you're in the worst place you can be. Because you really don't know where the right part of the racetrack is. You just continue to set your own line. And if you do run up on other cars, those aren't the lines that you necessarily want to follow. There was a time, I don't remember the racetrack, but he got beat by Mike Rickey, who was using the outside lane on the out, and that's how we got by him. And you know, for a guy like Kenny Tremont to realize that, you know, you're definitely meaning something. And they're going to get the black flag to Cody Albans. I believe they realize the right rear now. Yep. So they will send him back to the garage area with problems on the right rear for the liquor and wine warehouse machine of Cody Albans. It is Mike Finney in the 38. It is Jack Spieshak in the 08. The 33 has shuffled his way into the 3rd spot. Travis Bruno, tip of the cap to that team. They just put a fast horse underneath him every single week. Jamie Beagle in the 19, running in 4th. Adam Pearson as well. He's going to be a guy that's going to be in it all year long. In the 5th, Bonnie Rivers is 6th. Jeffrey LaPalm, that last restart, that takes him back to the 7th spot. Running in 8th, it is Malik 5J in the 66. 9th, it's Mike Palmer in the 85P. Rounding out the top 10, Nick Haywood, the defending track champion in car 29. 15 laps showing complete. We are set to rock and roll again as they make their way slowly down the backstretch, headed towards turn number 3.
Guys,
you'll notice we backed up the Lake City Fire Zone cone that is in turn number 4. Drivers requested that the start zone begin a little bit earlier.
Let you guys know real quick to update how close he got him. So, yep. Bye-bye.